6 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Big Fox, LAFC hosting Austin FC, the very first game in MLS for Better Day. The Minister of Culture, Matthew McConaughey, making the rounds. Now Stu's doing his thing. You're going to be color with John Strong. We know the booth. We enjoy it. Oh, you did have the Austin in the background. Pulled the hat out.
Yeah, I got some Austin swag here, too.
How excited
are you allowed to?
I mean, technically no, but it's like I don't let that show on air. I've got the gear, I've got the LAFC one over here in the corner. I cannot be more excited about Austin coming into the league now. We've the trifecta in Texas. Being a Houston guy, I have a little of affinity for Austin. My wife went to school there. I have a lot of friends there, so I can't wait to add that to the MLS circuit once we start traveling again. But I'm really excited about what they've actually done there in that city and just gearing up for this launch and what's been, a tough year for everybody.
So we've been asking this question to a lot of people. I've never actually been to Austin. I don't know how Weebies love familiarity, but what do you think this MLS culture will be, being a Texas guy?
Yeah, so if you'd asked me 5-10 years ago, everything in Austin is University of Texas. And, I'd watch the Aztecs and the Bull, all the other soccer. They have a really big youth soccer culture in Texas. But I was surprised and pleasantly surprised at the way this team has been backed without even playing a game at this point. You have good ownership, you have good guys involved behind the scenes. You have the right technical staff, I think, to kind of bring this team out in game one and year one and have them be competitive. And that in Austin is really important as well to kind of build that culture and that following. And I think it's going to be a knockout there. And I really do. I believe in just seeing the way that they've done it. It's going to be a fun team to watch over the coming years.
We know LAFC. We know how good they are. On this show, we all basically picked, other than Dave, I think we picked doubles for LAFC. So the test is very real in game one for Austin. What do you think of the roster that they've built? When you compare it to previous expansion teams, we've seen kind of both sides of the coin. Which side will they be on?
It's kind of the fun part of covering a first-year team, and that really going into game one, I'm trying to comb YouTube footage and asking Austin for clips of their games and trying to, follow beat writers to see really how they're going to play on game one. It seems as though it's going to be a 4-3-3, Greg Berhalter-esque, for Josh Wolfe. They have the pieces. They recruited those types of guys. I think they've been really savvy in the way that, Nick Lima is a good pickup for them. Matt Beasler. I really like Ring. That one actually caught my eye when they signed him from New York because he's just, he's an all-around leader in the middle of the field. I don't want to call him a destroyer because he's a very good passer as well of the ball. They made him club captain on year one. So, a guy like that in the locker room is important. And then going forward, guys like Pochettino and just guys that we don't really know a lot about and have tried to, do our digging on clips in the past. And that's going to be the difference maker. I think be solid defensively, have the ideas of the way that they want to play. But, game one, they might just shock us all and go on the road and beat LAFC. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibilities.
I keep forgetting and then remembering that LAFC beat Seattle on the road in their first game with that Diego Rossi goal. I'm like, it could mirror this. I'm curious from your point of view, Josh Wolfe better than us. How does he become his own manager this first time and not just Greg Berhalter light?
It's the same question you end up asking all the Bob Bradley disciples. How do you come from the Bob Bradley lineage and not talk like him, walk like him, coach like him? I think you take all the good things that you did from Greg and that you learned from Greg and the way that he coaches and does his video, but then also you add your personality, your own ideas, your own identity and style of play. The challenge, I think, for Austin, let's say it is going to look like that, is if you're playing out of the back and you have a group of first-year guys, it's your first year in the league, how long do you stick to that and say, this is the way we're going to play, we're going to be good by the summer, and then by year's end, when maybe you're getting rinsed early in the season? I don't think that's the case, but again, we don't really know what this is going to look like. It's part of the fun parts.
All right, LAFC. We got to go there, and we got to go to Carlos Vela first. I made my predictions, put him in ink, and I said he would win the Golden Boot and MVP. I just can't see a scenario when Carlos Vela is healthy, or even at 80%, where he is not by far and away the best player in this league.
Stu, just so you know, just to start this real quick, Weeby has an Instagram video where he picks someone else as Golden Boot, an article where he picks someone else, and ETR where he picked a third person. So he put it in ink.
The infamous Weeby lists. You know, exactly. He covers himself from all angles. He's really smart. He's got 1, 2, 3, and 1 on the backside. Really smart. Look, I'm not quite as bullish on LAFC as everybody else seems to be. I think defensively still they're a liability. One of the best attacking, yes, of course. You know, Rossi, Vela. What happens with Rodriguez? Does he go? Does he stay? The loan spell for him is not going particularly well over in Spain right now, which I'm not incredibly upset with because they're competing for promotion with Mallorca. And, you know, I changed the hat, put the Mallorca jersey on. But look, this is a team that ships goals too. I mean, they can score them, but they ship them. And still, I think going into the season, not knowing who their starting goalkeeper is it Vermeer? Is it Cisniega? Is that a goalkeeper that's going to win you MLS Cup? Either of those guys? I don't think so. A back line of if it's Blackmon, Palacios, and then Murillo and Segura. Segura, I think, is a very good defender. Does that partnership grow? These are the things that I'm looking for to be convinced that LAFC can be Supporter Shield MLS Cup champs. Right now, I'm still on the fence with that, and that's also because I don't know if Rossi makes it the whole season. Who do they replace Rodriguez with? Does he stay or does he go? So there's a lot of questions. And still really no out-and-out number 9 striker. Corey Baird's not going to score you 20 goals this season.
Danny Musovski might. Musovski Hive right here. Let's go, baby.
Oh, man, he's pumping the Musovski train.
He's got like 5 to 7. He's got 5 to 7. I know it.